It's What's Up with Shimei Cook. I'm Shimei Cook. It's a Wednesday. Today is September 27th, 2023. We got a jam-packed show for you today. I was supposed to have a guest co-host, Mackenzie Carmichael, but she is not responding and no show. So it's just me today, and the show must go on. We got a jam-packed show for you today. We got you covered with the hot headlines, the hot report, and the hot mix of the day, and so much more. And the hot question of the day as well. That hot question, you guys get to weigh in. You can get into call us live during the show. The number is 919-579-2444. That is the number. Call us up. It's What's Hot with Shimei Cook. But up first, we got you covered with some positivity. We'll start the show with some positivity, and it's called the Hot Spotlight. This is where I highlight someone in the community who is doing something very well. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's at NCCU. It could be in the world, the country. It could be your mom. It could be anybody. So we're gonna start the show off just like that. It's What's Hot with Shimei Cook. It's What's Hot with Shimei Cook. I'm Shimei Cook. It's a great Wednesday. It's 12:09 here on the East Coast. And we got and it's time for my favorite segment of the show that I created for this year. It's called Hot Spotlight. Hot Spotlight is a segment where I highlight someone who is doing great work in our community, not just here at NCCU, but in the country, in the world, in our society. So today's Hot Spotlight goes to NCCU's police chief, Damian Williams. Chief Williams has over 15 years of law enforcement experience and previously led several multiple police departments. Prior to his career in law enforcement, Chief Williams was an educator for the Moore County school system. As a member of the North Carolina Association of Chiefs of Police, Chief Williams serves as its Region 2 director before joining the executive board of directors. He also chairs the training committee and serves on the mental health committee. Chief Williams is also a member of the International Association of Chiefs of Police and the National Association of Chiefs of Police, and serves on several committees for the state of North Carolina. Chief Williams, you definitely deserve the hot spotlight. He really keeps our campus safe and makes sure that we are the number one, the safest school in the USC system. That is surprising, but yes, that is true. Chief has put North Carolina Central University as the number one the safest school in the UNC system. So we greatly appreciate Chief Williams, and he definitely will be on the show very, very soon, so I can interview him about his experience as the chief of police and in law enforcement. Definitely. Coming up, we got you covered with the hot headlines. Donald Trump just got another he was found guilty, got another indictment. The UNG reach an agreement with the WGA reach an agreement with with networks and all the companies and stuff, and so Content Television will be back, and Target says it's going to be closing stores globally in 4 states, nationally in 4 states. I'll have the reason why. It's What's Hot with Shimei Cook. We'll be back.
You're listening to What's Hot on NCCU AudioNet.
It's What's Hot with Shimei Cook. I'm Shimei Cook. It's a Wednesday, of course. It's a What's Hot Wednesdays. I was supposed to have a guest co-host, Mackenzie Carmichael, the freshman vice president of here at NCCU, but she has not shown up. No call, no show, but the show must go on. Let's get into the hot headlines. So recently, a judge found, yesterday actually, a judge found Donald Trump of fraud. So a judge on Tuesday ruled that the former president of Donald Trump and his company is liable for fraud in valuing real estate properties as alleged in a lawsuit by the New York Attorney General office. The Trump Organization and the other offense in the Manhattan Supreme Court lawsuit, who included 2 of his adult sons. I think we have audio from CBS News. Here's the audio.
Claiming you have money that you do not have does not amount to the art of the deal. It's the art of the steal.
That was New York Attorney General Letitia James last September unveiling a civil lawsuit against former President Trump, alleging he, his family, and his businesses misrepresented their property values by millions for years in order to get favorable loans, insurance deals, and tax benefits. We love you, Trump! On Tuesday, a state judge sided with James, ruling the documents for several properties clearly contain fraudulent valuations. The judge also skewered Trump's defense team for its reliance on bogus arguments rooted in a fantasy world.
My name's Donald Trump, and I'm the largest real estate developer in New York. I own buildings all over the place.
Those buildings include the signature Trump Tower. The judge found Trump reported his residence there was 30,000 square feet, even though it's actually around 11,000 square feet, ultimately exaggerating its worth by as much as $207 million. Now, the judge's ruling would cancel Trump and his associates' business certificates in New York and require them to turn over their properties to an independent receiver.
I don't know what I did wrong.
In an August 2022 deposition, Trump called the lawsuit a witch hunt, a claim he's repeated in posts on his Truth Social platform last night. CBS News legal analyst Ricky Kleeman.
You can either take a bombastic claim that the system is out to get someone, or you can believe your own eyes as you read the facts.
President Trump, has deserved everything that's coming to him. Former President Trump, excuse me. He's he's saying that the election was rigged when our democracy is a democracy for a reason, so therefore there's no such thing as rigged elections, and that it's like a domino effect, and the people who support him, they're going to get in trouble. It's like a domino effect, so this keeps getting worse and worse and worse, but in the end, this dude is still going to run for president, and he most likely will be the Republican front runner for the presidential race. But enough for President Trump. Okay, let's get into the WGA leaders. The WGA leaders set to vote on whether to move forward with contract after the WGA, the Writers Guild Association, and the big studios and streamers struck a tentative deal. Union leaders are expected to vote on whether to approve the deal or make crucial first steps to getting the entertainment industry back to work. And I believe we have audio from NBC.
Relief and cautious optimism from writers who've been out of work since May.
I'm very excited to actually read it and see what it actually is, but it feels good. There's a reason why we have tentative agreement.
After striking for nearly 5 months, this morning, leaders of the Writers Guild are expected to approve the tentative deal negotiators reached with the Studios and Streamers Alliance.
When people are in negotiating mood, things are going to get solved.
Neither the WGA nor the AMPTP, of which NBC's parent company Comcast is a member, is commenting publicly on the agreement. While the details are still under wraps, insiders say the proposal includes increased pay, higher residuals from streaming shows, and protections over the use of AI.
The Writers Guild says the deal is exceptional, so I'm really excited to see it.
So how soon could your favorite shows get back on the air? 2 sources involved in the negotiations say late night and daytime talk shows are likely to be up and running within 2 weeks.
I love me my daytime and I love my nighttime. So I'm glad that is coming back to television. Television is back, and people got what they deserve when it comes to pay, writers and stuff. So without the writers, they were fighting for AI protection, companies and studios and these industry heads, using AI to replace these type of writers and stuff. So in the end, I believe that they fought for a good fight and they got what they wanted. So we'll see how this pans out. But I know Drew Barrymore and Jennifer Hudson were off air. I love my daytime. They were off air because they fit into those categories. And late night has been off since like late early summer. So it's late night is really should be back. They were saying in the next 2 weeks, and the industry should be back altogether by Thanksgiving. So all those blockbuster summer hits should be out on time. So that's that. All right, let's get into Target. Target says that it will be closing 9 stores in major cities across 4 states because of theft and organized crime. Target is closing 9 stores in major cities across 4 states, claiming theft and organized retail crime have made the environment unsafe for staff and customers and unsustainable for business. The store's Target's plans to close will be shut doors down on October 21st. The stores include the East Harlem location in New York City, 2 locations in Seattle, 3 locations in Portland, 3 locations in San Francisco and Oakland. The retailer said it had added more security and implementation after anti-theft tools before deciding to close these stores. So in the end, first of all, that's unfortunate for these type of these communities in these major cities, because Target is a essential store for everybody in these big cities like Seattle, San Francisco. Those are big cities. Portland, that's a big city. East Harlem, that's a big city. So that's New York. So you need those type of stores for to get to your groceries. Target has a grocery department. Target also has more all these departments in clothes and toothpaste and all the essentials. So Target, it's very unfortunate that the people want to steal basically and make an unsafe environment for other customers and staff. That Target has to do this, but it's a business decision. Safety first. I agree with Target. Coming up, we got you covered with the hot report. You got Usher headlining the Super Bowl. Taylor Swift and and Travis Kelce might be a thing. That's women know more about the NFL now because of Taylor Swift. And Tory Lanez shared a message from jail. So that's all next coming up in the hot report is What's Hot with Shimei Cook. We'll be right back after this.
You're listening to What's Hot on NCCU AudioNet.
It's What's Hot with Shimei Cook. I'm Shimei Cook. I was supposed to have a guest co-host Mackenzie Carmichael, but she is no call, no show. But it's okay. The show must go on. And guess what? It's time for the hot report. Let's go. I get paid to talk about you, not talk to you.
From pop culture to news at NCCU, this is the Hot Report.
If I want to talk about you, if I feel like you're not doing your job, I'm going to talk about it, whether you like it or not.
On What's Hot.
All right, guess what? Usher is going to be headlining this year's Super Bowl, the 2024 Super Bowl halftime show. The Grammy Award winning artist Usher said yeah to headlining this year's Super Bowl halftime show presented by Apple Music. According to Rock Nation and NFL News release Sunday, release a press release on Sunday, and Usher said, quote, "It's an honor of a lifetime to finally check a Super Bowl performance off my bucket list. I can't wait to bring the world a show unlike anything else we've ever seen before." And we have audio from the first commercial that the NFL and Apple Music sent out with Kim Kardashian. Here it is.
Hello? Yo, I'm in the booth. I'm gonna call you right back.
Wait, can you talk?
Nah, I just gotta put this one part down. I'm gonna call you back.
Wait, it's Kim.
I'm at the studio, man.
I finally got the answer to those rumors. It's not about me, it's about you. You're doing the Super Bowl.
Quit playing with me, man.
You're playing the Apple Music halftime show in Vegas.
No, for real. Don't play like that.
I don't have time to play. 1, I'm busy. 2, you're doing the Super Bowl.
Are you serious?
Usher, listen to me.
How you know?
I know everything. I've seen you in Vegas twice, but this one's gotta be different.
Put that on everything.
I put that on everything.
Damn.
So it'll be like me, my entire family, all my kids, maybe like 5 to 10 friends. Who should I send my ticket request to?
I'm gonna call you back.
Wait, we'll be in touch.
I'm gonna call you back.
Usher is going to do amazing at this Super Bowl. Can I just say that? Can I just say that this dude, this might be one of the best. I'm not gonna jinx that, but it's going to be one of the best halftime performance I probably going to ever see in my lifetime. I didn't get to see Michael Jackson. I didn't get to see Diana Ross. I didn't get to see. I was alive when Prince performed, but I think right now, and nothing's changed. The best halftime show I have ever seen was when Beyonce, Coldplay, and Bruno Mars, Super Bowl 50. It was the Broncos versus the Panthers. And that's when the Panthers were relevant too. But that's another story for another day. But I think Usher's good. He has a great catalog. He has a great resume in music. I'm just want to figure out who is he going to bring out. That's what I'm going to be excited for. But congratulations to Usher, and it is really, he's really a big part of black culture. And Jay-Z did his thing, Rock Nation did their thing with this decision. Ashley did a great job with Rihanna. And this year they got the one and only Usher, the legendary Usher. So I'm just want to figure out he has a long catalog. It's like no other. And I was trying to figure out what songs is he going to do in 13 minutes. As he has like a 20 year plus career in 13 minutes. And he announced, I think, yesterday or the day before, that he's going to go on tour after that Super Bowl halftime show. So that's amazing. He's going to go on a tour. It's just amazing. Usher has a great catalog, and I'm excited for this halftime show. But enough for Usher. So, I think women know what the NFL is now after Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce, who is a tight end for the Kansas City Chiefs, might be an item. The internet went into a meltdown when the pop star was spotted cheering for Kelce at a Chiefs game next to his mother, Dama. Listen, first of all, that saying, once you go black, you never go back, that's not true. Travis Kelce, he used to date a black girl last year or the year before for a minute. I don't know her name, God bless her heart, but he dated her for a minute, and then they broke up, and now he's allegedly with Taylor Swift. Black women, they don't like him anymore, and he left a black woman for a white woman. It's just Dr. Umar's going crazy about this. It is what it is. But congratulations to them. If Taylor Swift, hopefully he doesn't break her heart or anything, because he will be written about in an album. So just hopefully he doesn't break her heart or does anything. So that's that. All right, let's get into Tory Lanez. Tory Lanez recently shared a message to his fans while let him to his fans to let them know that he's in great spirits while in prison for the next 10 years, due to him shooting Megan Thee Stallion in the foot. So here's audio of that message that he sent from prison.
Hey, yo, umbrellas, man, what's good? I'm talking to you live from prison right now, man. I'm just happy to get out that bullshit county jail. They was hating on the young fly, you heard? Having your 24-hour lockdown, half-size cell by myself, no windows, no mirrors. Didn't even seen himself in a whole year, yo. But with all them disadvantages against me, my head has always been held high, man. And I want y'all to know I'm in great spirits. My drive and my ambition is growing stronger and stronger every day. And I'm so proud of how y'all been moving in my support, man. I know this feels like a scary time, but don't be afraid, man. This don't spark no fear in my heart at all. In fact, I'm more prepared than ever. The music, the videos, and all the projects you wanted, they all ready to drop. So let's just start with the one that we want most, the Alone in Crime Deluxe.
You know, sometimes people just need to be in prison just to be quiet. And that was that was one of the moments where he needs to be quiet. Number one. Number two, he's in prison. He's in prison because he shot Megan Thee Stallion in the foot in the back of a car, and it's not allegedly because he was proven guilty. So, but then again, at least he let his fans were worried about him, and he said there will be new music also, so coming out. So we'll see how things plan out for Tory Lanez. So that's that, and that is your hot report. Coming up at the top of the hour, we got you covered with the hot mix by the one and only DJ Smoke. And later in the show, we got my interview with the director of the McNeil Scholars Program here at NCCU. That's Dr. Drew Johnson. It's What's Hot with Shimei Cook. We'll be back.
You're listening to What's Hot on NCCU AudioNet.
Yo, what's up, y'all? This Ray J. I'm holding it down, doing it real big on AudioNet, Campus Access Radio. We on the campus right now, getting it cracking, so stay tuned.
Yeah, man. Yo, man, hold on, man. Y'all got to turn them radios up. Y'all got to turn them up. Turn them radios up.
It's What's Up with Shimei Cook. I'm Shimei Cook, and we have a special guest in the building. The director of the McNeil Scholars Program here at NCCU, the legendary Dr. Drew Johnson. Welcome to What's Hot, Dr. Johnson.
Thanks for having me, man. Happy to be here.
Thank you. First of all, tell everybody who you are and your resume, and and a little bit about the McNeil Scholars Program here at NCCU.
So my name is Dr. Drew Johnson. I serve as the director for our McNeil Scholars Program. I am a undergraduate graduate of NCCU, so I'm an Eagle alum. I got my master's from Lincoln University, and I recently got my PhD from Jackson State University. I've been at the university working for going into my 6th year. And the McNair program, it's a program that's designed for students who want to get their master's and PhD, and I just help get them prepared for graduate school. So I tell students to look at it as another extra layer of support.
Perfect. So you said you're an alumni from NCCU. You were a hooper. You were a hooper. You had a jump shot. Listen, every time I see you, I said, this guy, first of all, this is the flyest dude on campus. That's number one. And number two, you came back to your alma mater to work here. So what made you want to do that? You could have went anywhere else, but you came back to your alma mater. So what made you want to do that?
If anything, I think that's just a life lesson. So, like you said, you would think that I had many other options, but really Central was the only place I needed a job. And so I just knew that if I could get in the door here, I just knew that the potential was just a really good fit for me. I knew the institution, knew the university. I felt like I had a good pulse of the students, and I felt like I could make an impact, and so I just kind of took that opportunity and ran with it.
Absolutely. So talk about what made you want to pursue your further your education in your master's? Because not everybody wants to get their master's. Not everybody wants to get your doctorate. You talked about that. So what made you want to go get further down in your education?
So I was a psychology undergrad major, and so if anyone is a psych major out there, you kind of already know that you have to go to school.
Yep.
Get your master's, go back to school. So blindly, once I graduated, I just thought I was going to have this 6-figure job waiting on me. And so, a psych major, that does not happen. So I went back to school. I worked for a little bit.
Okay.
And, I was just doing jobs that I didn't necessarily like or love. And in order to really get a bigger voice, I had to kind of get more credentials, more education. And so kind of once I finished my master's, it was just one of those, like, everyone just kept saying, so when are you gonna get your doctorate? And it was just one of that's what kind of started the ball moving as far as thinking about it, and just really it's like, oh, okay, well, everyone else that I knew had it or was in the process of getting it, and then I just realized the doors that it opened upon receiving it. So
Gotcha. So talk about how you got into the process of getting into your doctorate program. What was that process about?
It's typical application process, right? But I guess it was also my network, because I didn't know anything about the program. Someone actually mentioned it to me, and so they had said it was a really good program. It was flexible. It could work with your work schedule, and so that's what started the process of me really looking into it, getting applications, and then like anything else, it's deadlines.
Yeah.
Making sure you're staying on top of things, and so once I got in, I just knew like, okay, it's time to go. Get on it.
So talk about, you have a great relationship around campus with students, and you connect with students along with not just the McNeil Scholars Program, the other trio programs here at NCCU. Talk about your relationship, how you build relationships with the students here at NCCU.
I wouldn't say it's tricky, but it can be tricky. So as far as building relationships, honestly, it's just being visible, being available. And for me, it's kind of, you have to really remove your ego from all the situations. And so I tell people all the time, my ego is tied to two things, and it's nothing to do with Central. So, if my kids run to you before they come to me, or if you're just making my wife laugh, then those are my only two things. Other than that, I don't care who gets the credit for things. I don't care what's going on, what role I have to play. It might be big, it might be small, but at the end of the day, it's about serving the students, and so that's what kind of matters to me. I feel like students know if you're genuine, and they know if you care, and so they're able to kind of read through certain things, and so I feel like with all the students I work with, they know there's a certain level of accountability, but there's also a certain level of just like, you're expected to make mistakes, and it's okay, but we got to be willing to work through those.
Still here with Dr. Drew Johnson here on NCCU AudioNet. So does you being an alumni of this illustrious university help you make your job easier because you've been in these people's footsteps? Does it make your job easier for undergrad students?
The only way it would make it easier, but I feel like a seasoned professional would have the same type of experience. I just know certain buildings, certain departments, so certain things like, okay, you need to get this process. No one's answering the phone. I'll tell you what you do. Go over here on Tuesday, because on Tuesday the secretary, she gets here early, so that's when you can get that done. But I feel like that would be at any institution as far as learning the institution, learning the culture of the institution, and that just comes with, wherever you are. But if you're one of those people that just wants to sit back and just let your job come to you, you're going to have a really difficult time. And so I think learning that early on when I was a student here kind of helped me maybe make that transition.
So you are a proud member of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated, the Alpha Kappa chapter of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated. Talk about how you have helped, you being a member have helped your community alongside, and how do you feel about them being back on the yard?
Let's see. I'm trying to think of a couple parts of that question. So, what was the first part?
The first part was how have you being a member of Kappa Alpha Psi help you be a better person in the community?
Again, like I touched on that visible piece earlier. It's just about being visible. I think that being a member of the greatest fraternity ever. There's certain standards, right? Standards are the standards. And trying to just be a positive person. I just try to put out good energy. It's lit how that falls, matriculate, however that goes. But as far as the boys being back, I'm super excited they're back. You know, I don't try to be one of those old heads that's just constantly preaching to people.
You're not old. You're not old. You're not old. I wouldn't say you're old.
I just try to be an example.
Okay.
Right? And be something that, you know, people can look to like, you know what, when I get to that age, I wouldn't mind being like that.
Okay.
Versus someone that's like, man, he's coming, let me go this way. Like, or just that person who's constantly trying to live out their glory years.
Got
like,
you.
I had a blast when I was an undergrad, but it's time for them to kind of, you know, enjoy it.
Mm-hmm. Your time has passed.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. So you, like I said, you were a hooper. You were a hooper. So you were you had a good jump shot. You were a point guard, right?
Shooting guard.
Shooting guard. Point guard, shooting guard. What made you want to stop playing basketball?
I'm a Capricorn, and we're realists. So I just knew, like, the league is not
for you,
not looking good. Of course, that's every hooper's dream to go pro. And then I started looking at it too. People can play overseas.
Yeah. And you didn't want to leave the country, didn't you?
It wasn't I didn't want to leave the country, but it's one of those, you could go overseas and play 4 or 5 years not to even make entry-level money over here.
Okay.
And so it was just one of those, I'd rather grind it out over here and see what happens versus grind it out over there, but then you come back here 6-7 years later and started from scratch. So that was kind of my...
okay, so you were... That's a good process. Some people don't have that process of thinking, so that's good that you had that.
Some people just want to say they played pro. And I'm okay with saying that. Nah, I didn't do that.
Yeah. Okay. So what's next for you? You know, coming up for the McNeil Scholars Program. What events you guys coming up, or what's coming up for the
So coming up, so we just had Jamil Hill here,
which was a great... That's your best friend now. I saw that. That was a great program you guys had. Yeah.
And so we actually have we're partnering with Career Services today, just doing I think it's an imposter syndrome type of. I'm speaking on the panel with that. And then this Friday we're actually doing like a graduate school vision board party.
Okay.
And so I have some stuff I purchased for our students just to kind of continuously get that in their head. It's about grad school. What's the next steps? What do I need to do? And let's see. We have a bunch of other events. We have a homecoming mixer, so that's going to be putting that together now, where our students who have graduated were in the area to kind of come back.
Oh, that's good.
Chance for them to mentor students that we current students, and we also have some vendors who are coming out as far as I spoke with Blacks in Tech this morning, STEM, some other different graduate programs will be out there, and so it'll be a nice little networking event.
Okay, that's good. Dr. Johnson, thank you so much for coming on What's Hot. I appreciate your time.
Thanks for having me.
Shimei you so much. It's What's Hot with Shimei Cook. We'll be right back.
You're listening to What's Hot on NCCU AudioNet.
What's Hot? It's What's Hot with Shimei Cook. I'm Shimei Cook. I was supposed to have a guest co-host, Mackenzie Carmichael, today, but she is a no show, but that's okay. The show must go on. So it's time for the hot question of the day. So I put out a poll on my Instagram at Shimei Cook TV yesterday, and the hot question was, if you are in a relationship, it doesn't matter, girl, boy, right, and you're liking another boy or girl's picture on social media, is that considered cheating? So I put out a poll, and 80% of the people, 80% of people who voted on my Instagram, Shimei Cook TV, said no, and 20% said yes. It depends. Okay, so here's the thing. I totally agree. This is subject to change. This question is subject to change. It depends on the picture they're liking. That's number one. And number two, it depends on the relationship you have with that person that you're liking. So if it's just a random Instagram model, that's awkward. It's really uncalled for when you are in a committed relationship. Yes, I would say that's a form of cheating, but at the same time, it's not, because you're liking a picture. It's a sticky situation to me. But I want to get you guys' opinion. 919-579-2444 is the number. Call us up. It's What's Hot with Shimei Cook. We'll be right back. It's What's Hot with Shimei Cook. I'm Shimei Cook, and it's time for my quote of the day. First of all, I thank everybody for listening and for supporting the show and doing all that jazz. I really, really appreciate it. I'm so glad to be back. All right, my quote of the day comes from Winston S. Churchill, and here it is. Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. Take that into your life today and make sure it is vital piece of your day today. Hopefully that inspires somebody. So today I thank you so much for listening. We got so much in store for the show coming up in the weeks to come. So I really appreciate everybody for listening. Until next time, the action never stops, and I love you for listening. See you guys next week. The action never stops. Bye-bye.
Stand by. We return to music in 1 minute. We're now in the approach phase. Everything looking good.
Now don't go away.